everyone, and welcome to my YouTube/podcast. If you are a first time viewer or listener, then I just want to say thank you. My name is BJ, and I discuss all things in regards to spiritual alignment, life improvement, and becoming your higher self. So, today we are going to be discussing why a healing journey is important to have prior to trying to manifest things. Ultimately, from my experience, I've always had trouble manifesting things that were not in alignment with who I truly was, and the things that I wanted to manifest that spirit, God, universe knew that was going to be a part of my journey. Those things manifested so much easier for me. And, once I got through my healing journey, I started to become so much better about knowing exactly what I wanted in my life. I was able to picture who my future self was without any trouble. And those things I actively see those things manifest for myself. But even I can tell you guys a story about my boyfriend. He is literally everything that I had asked for. Like not even if, when I wrote everything down that I wanted inside of a relationship, he checks all of the boxes. And manifesting him in my life absolutely required that I go through a healing journey first. Because the guys that I was bringing into my life, they were not great people. They were just people that I knew in my heart that I just really didn't need um, to entertain. And as I went through my higher self journey and as I went through my healing journey, I was like, you know what? Like, I understand that love is going to come when it's going to come, but I'm just going to really focus on building a life where I am happy and building a life where I feel excited about getting up every day and doing things that feel in alignment. As I started to be more consistent about those things, he fell into my life. So that's not to say that I didn't still have an interest in having a love life. I absolutely was very much like, oh my God, like I really want a man. But it didn't become a priority for me. And as I was going through my healing journey and really understanding who I was, the gates and the doors opened up so much easier for me to manifest him into my life. So that's just my personal experience with that. But I'm just going to go through with you guys why all of the reasons that I feel like it's important to go through a healing journey before attempting to do any manifestation work. So I am going to share my screen. Healing comes before manifestation. Okay, so why is it important? Dang it. Okay. Why is it important to have a healing journey before manifesting? So, number one, healing allows for you to understand your true inner desires. Those are the things we are better able to manifest. So, like I said before, like when you go through your healing journey, you start to understand who am I versus who the world tried to make me out to be, who my parents tried to make me out to be, who society tried to make me out to be. So once you start to separate those things, then you are like, okay, I know who I am. I know who BJ is. So once you really fully understand who you are and what you want in your life, and what your true inner desires are, those things become much easier to manifest. Trust me. Our mindset has a large impact on our ability to manifest. So we have to make sure we are in a healthy mental state. Then we align to the things that we want. So there are absolutely people that are natural magicians. There are some people that naturally are just able to create things in their life just like that. In my personal experience, I noticed that Black women are very, very good at manifesting things for themselves. But it is really important, in my opinion, to have a clean mindset when going through any manifestation practices. It's just like if you're cooking with dirty dishes. It's like, yes, maybe you're able to do it, but the outcome's going to be much better if you do it with, clean forks, spoons, pots, and pans. So yeah, mindset is actually really important. So we all possess the power to manifest things in our life. But if you do not go through a healing journey first, then you could possibly manifest things that you truly don't want. So, like I told you before, like having the ability to manifest, everybody is able to manifest. But when you go through a healing journey, then you understand what your inner thoughts, which ones that really truly belong to you, and the inner thoughts that were based on the influences that you had inside of your life. So if you were told your entire life that you were ugly, that nobody would want you, and that you're not deserving of a high quality man. If you, and even if somebody didn't tell you this directly, if society has made you feel like you're less than, that you aren't deserving because you are black, dark skinned, heavier, white, short, whatever it is, you wear glasses or you don't have perfect teeth, whatever it is. If society made you think, okay, if you fit this particular mode, or even if you don't fit this particular mode, then these are the things that this is the level that you're deserving of, and you're not deserving of anything better. So if you mentally accept these thoughts inside of your head, then when you manifest, let's just say, for example, you're saying, okay, I want to manifest love inside of my life. When you try to manifest love inside of your life, what type of love are you going to manifest? You're going to manifest the love that you think that you deserve based on what you were in, the thoughts that you were influenced to have about yourself and about what you were deserving of. So then when you're just sitting there and you're praying and you're hoping and you're like, God, send me a man. God, I just want me a man so bad. Like I want love in my life and this and that and the third. You're going to manifest love, the type of love that you believe that you are deserving of. So if you want to actually manifest love that you truly are deserving of, manifest the person that you actually are deserving of, it's important for you to go through a healing journey first so that you increase your confidence, so that you change your perception and your mindset, so you can define for yourself who you know that you deserve to have inside of your life. Once you go through that healing journey, then you're able to truly manifest the things that you know you want. You know that you want a man that is employed. You want a man that, in your opinion, is handsome, who's funny, who cares about you, who wants to take care of you, who is interested in taking care of your kids or being a part of your family, or who is interested in having kids. You know that these are the things that you want. You have a checklist, but you first have to go through that healing journey so you understand that you're deserving of it, so that you can manifest somebody that is on the level that you know that you're deserving of. But if you don't go through a healing journey first, then you could possibly be manifesting things that you really don't want. You're like, you know what? Just give me whatever. So the universe is like, okay, I'm just going to give you whoever then. So that's why it's really important to go through that healing journey first. So just piggybacking off of that, manifestation best works when, one, you are manifesting things that align with your soul purpose. I'm not sure if I've done a video on your soul purpose. I'm not sure if I've done a video on it. I'm gonna put that on my list of videos to do. But if it's in alignment with what you know your soul purpose is, then whatever the journey to get to expressing that soul purpose, it's going to be easier for you to get there. And I know I feel like I say this on every video, but you are an abundance of energy that is a part of spirit energy, a part of God energy, a part of universal energy. So of course, spirit is going to help you go along the journey for you to do the things that you were brought on this planet to do. So it's going to be easier to manifest things that are going to help you along your soul journey. Second, manifestation works best when you are supporting your higher self journey. If you know that there are things that are going to help you feel like your higher self, help you get to the point of you doing the inner work, doing the healing, doing the transformation work, those are the things that are going to be much easier for you to manifest. And those are good and bad things. I'm just going to be honest with you because, you know, for some people, they are only motivated by tragedy. So if you are like, okay, I'm just throwing this example out there. I'm not trying to put anything on anybody, but if you're like, look, I want to manifest losing 50 pounds, and you're just like, I want to manifest it. I want to manifest it. And you're doing the work and you're doing the candle work and you're doing the visualization work and you're doing all of these things, but you're not actually doing the work to get you to losing 50 pounds, then you're gonna manifest a manner for you to lose that 50 pounds, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing. Maybe spirit is like, okay, I keep trying to tell you to stop eating them donuts. I keep trying to tell you to stop going to McDonald's. I keep trying to tell you to take your butt to the gym. I keep giving you opportunities to go to the gym. I keep sending you people that are inviting you to the gym. I'm sending you all of these messages and you aren't listening to it. So what is the easiest thing for you to do? Maybe you get sick. Maybe you get sick and you start losing weight. I mean, when you are trying to manifest things and it's a part of your higher self journey for you to look a particular way. If you know that your higher self looks a particular way, is 50 pounds lighter. And like I said, those are going to be the things that are easier to manifest. And that's whether it's going to be a great journey there, or maybe a little bit of a rough journey to get there. It's totally possible. But if it's in support of your higher self journey, it's going to be easier for that thing to manifest. The last thing is manifestation works best when you are coming from a genuine place of love. When you are operating on high frequency emotions such as love, and you're coming from a genuine place, a genuine, honest place of like, look, like I have pure intentions and this is something that I really want for myself, or this is something that I really want for someone else, then those are going to be the things that are easier to manifest as well. Operating on a high frequency such as love and God consciousness, um, that's a level that manifestation can happen much quicker, which is why, in my opinion, I see Black women are very much able to manifest things for themselves easy, because a lot of times they're trying to manifest things for their family. They're trying to manifest things for their children. So they're hoping and praying and doing, also meeting their manifestations halfway, because I see, Black women busting their butt to get these things done, but they're also still praying and, throwing that intention out there that this is something that they want for their life. I see those things manifest much, much quicker. And that is because I see that all of that is coming from a very genuine place of love and intention. So that's just my experience, though, because I have a lot of, I'm a Black woman, so I have a lot of experience with some fire Black women. But that's not to say that men or people of other cultures do not have the ability to do that too. This is just based on my experience. All right, so in order to accomplish this, we have to make sure we are in control over our thoughts, our actions, and our energy. And I have a little brain here because your brain is in control over all of these things. So that's why a healing journey is really important, because what are you healing? You are healing your brain. A lot of it is you unraveling the thoughts, unraveling the feelings, unraveling the ego attachments, all of those things inside of your brain, so that you can have more control and become more conscious about the way that you think, about the actions that you take, and the energy that you're carrying on a day to day. And the way that you carry your energy is how you interact with other people. So, what does controlling our actions look like? Controlling our actions looks like having a healed and happy ego. If you have an ego, when you're doing things based on ego attachment, for example, you're spending a whole bunch of money on clothes that you know that you cannot afford just so you can take pictures on Instagram, so you can show off on your friends and feel validated, allow your ego to feel validated. That means that you don't have control over your actions, because you don't have a happy and healed ego. So that is an example of from when I say having a happy and healed ego allows for you to have control over your actions. Addressing your limiting beliefs directly. When you have limiting beliefs that's telling you don't go for that promotion because you aren't good enough, and then you choose to not apply for that job, that is you not having control over your actions. So a healing journey helps you address your limiting beliefs directly. Also, controlling your actions looks like limiting who and what is able to influence you. Like I tell you guys all the time on my podcast / my Instagram, And on my YouTube, you have to have control over how you are being influenced in your environments and how you're being influenced in the content that you're ingesting every day. And that's the content such as television and social media and all of these different things, because these things have a direct influence of the choices that you make every single day. Why do you think it that company spends hundreds millions of dollars on marketing? Because a good someone that's really good at marketing can make you spend $100 and all they have to do is show you a 30-second commercial. So influence is a real thing. So controlling your actions looks like limiting who has the power to influence you. Controlling your thoughts, that's the other thing that's really important, that a healing journey will help you with. So controlling your thoughts looks like getting back in touch with your inner child, allowing your intuition to help you. And that ties into the second piece, which is welcoming intuitive thoughts. When you create a positive relationship with your inner child, then you begin to open up the floodgates for you to be able to receive intuitive messages, those gut feelings for you to either do something or not do something. So and again, these are all a part of the way that you're thinking on a regular basis. And the last part is allowing yourself to express your true nature. When you are when you go through a healing journey, then you start to feel like, look, I'm great, I'm perfect who as I am right now. I know who I am. I want to express myself. I want to be seen. I want to make sure that I'm living an authentic life inside of this world. And when you allow yourself to express your true nature, then it changes the way that you think about things. It changes the way that the opinion that you have about yourself and the opinion that you have about others. And the last piece is controlling our energy. When I'm talking about energy, I'm specifically talking about our masculine and feminine energy. We could also be talking about emotional energy, but in here I am specifically talking about balancing your masculine and feminine energy. I don't believe I have a recording or a podcast or YouTube about balancing masculine and feminine energy. That's another video I probably could go ahead and write down to put together. I do have that training inside of the higher self journey that you can purchase on my website, which is the full journey of becoming your higher self. I take you from point A to point Z. But I think I could probably do a little bit of a mini lesson of balancing your masculine and feminine energy on my YouTube and my podcast. But anyways, balancing your energy looks like being able to balance your masculine energy so that you feel more confident in the choices that you're making, so that you feel like, okay, I'm able to take action. Or balancing your feminine energy, which looks like you being able to be creative and you being able to be receptive of things such as gifts and compliments and stuff like that. Controlling our energy also looks like giving yourself the opportunity to relax. That was something that was a lesson that I actually learned just the other day, was that I was feeling very, very down. I was feeling I had no energy. I had no motivation to really do anything. And for maybe like an hour, I was beating myself up about it. But then I remembered that I need to it's okay for me to tune into my feminine energy, where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to relax. I'm going to turn on the TV and I'm going to lay down and I'm going to watch Maid on Netflix and binge watch that, because I'm deserving of rest. And when you're in control over your energy, then you allow yourself to express your feminine energy or your masculine energy whenever you feel like it is necessary. And controlling your energy also looks like taking confident and intentional action. Feeling like, you know what, today I'm feeling like I want to be a leader. I feel like I want to take lead inside of a project. I want to take some initiative in the work that I'm doing today, or take some initiative inside of the relationship. And I want to call my boyfriend or girlfriend up and be like, look, we're going on a date tonight. It looks like you being able to feel your energy and express your energy in whatever manner that you feel like. And again, that is your masculine or your feminine energy. So once you feel like you are confidently in control over everything you say, everything that you do, and the manner you approach life, then you are ready to learn how to manifest. So, like I said, when you go through a healing journey, you learn how to do all of those things. On my channel, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel. So, for those of you that are listening to the podcast, you're going to have to go over to my YouTube, but I have a playlist that's called Healing. So if you want to, jumpstart your healing journey, then you can go to that playlist and just look at some of those videos. Um, but once you go through that healing journey, then you start to become more confident in everything that we talked about, what you say, what you do, and the manner that you approach life. And then once all of that is done, start your manifestation journey, because you're going to be more able to manifest once you go through that healing journey. All right, so let's take some action. So the actions that I have written down are: one, write down your negative thoughts and emotions and get to the root of why you are feeling or thinking that way. So just take one day where every single time you have a negative thought, you write it down. And when I say write it down, that doesn't mean obsess over it. That doesn't mean taking it personally or anything like that. You want to write it down and be able to look at it impartially, and just be like, okay, I had this thought. Why did I have this thought? Where did this thought potentially stem from? Did it stem from childhood? Did it stem from what society tells me is normal? Where am I getting this thought or belief to where it's cycling inside of my brain? So once you become more conscious of these negative thoughts, then, and I didn't put this in here, but once you start noticing negative thoughts, especially ones that consistently come up over and over, you want to write a counteractive thought to that. So if you're saying, okay, if you have a negative thought like you don't look good, or you're not pretty, or why are you um, they're out of your league or something like that. Counteract it with a thought that is, you are handsome, and the world thinks you're a beautiful person, or things like that. That way, so like you do the work that I'm talking about right now, you actually do that practice. That way, when that thought comes up for you again, then you'll already have that counteractive thought that you had pretty much set the intention for, so that when the thought comes up, you already have the counteractive thought inside of your brain. And then over time, that counteractive thought is going to replace the negative one. So that is one way for you to kind of heal your brain on the go. That's the best way I can describe it. And then the second part is set the intention to heal. I mean, sometimes things come to you once you set the intention for it to manifest inside of your life. So just set the intention to heal, and then the universe is going to bring you opportunities for healing inside of your life, such as me coming into your life. Because please do not forget, I do offer one-on-one coaching on my website. So I have my resources on the bottom. My website is bjtheblogger.com. You can literally go in there and book a either a one-on-one coaching session, or you could book a tarot reading. Also, I have plenty of content and information on all of my social media. So I have my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook. All of those are BJ the Blogger. And for those of you that are on YouTube and you're interested in checking out my podcast, because I do have some older episodes on my podcast that are not available on my YouTube. If you do want to check out my podcast, it is Soul Patterns. You could just look it up and it'll show up, Soul Patterns with BJ the Blogger. And you can check that out as well. That's available on tons of platforms. And if you are interested in supporting the cause in a way outside of checking out my content or booking coaching, you could always, one, send me a Cash App, which is $BJ the Blogger, or just share, like, if you're on my podcast, then subscribe, leave a rating. If you are on my YouTube, then subscribe, like, do all of those great things, and that will help the algorithm in my favor. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for watching the video all the way through. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.